Palm ID by Amazon, cashless convenience or total control. Biometric Bondage Series, where we learn how anatomy is being linked to authentication in the AI era. I'm Adeline, 11-time published author, and in this video, we're examining Amazon's push to turn your palm into your wallet. It's called Amazon One, a biometric payment system that scans your hand to authorize transactions, unlock doors, or verify your identity. But behind the sleek tech and convenience lies a disturbing shift. The slow normalization of a world where you are the password and opting out is no longer an option. Let's start with the basics. Amazon One is a contactless palm recognition system. It works by analyzing the vein patterns, ridges, and bone structure of your palm, features unique to you and invisible to the naked eye. Unlike fingerprints, which are surface level and easier to copy, palm vein mapping requires near-infrared light to scan beneath the skin, making it harder to forge. But that also makes it more invasive. To enroll, users go to an Amazon One kiosk, currently available in hundreds of Whole Foods locations and Amazon-owned stores, and scan their palm. The system captures a biometric template and links it to a stored credit card or Amazon account. From then on, you can pay for groceries, enter secured offices, or identify yourself with just a wave of your hand. Sounds simple, right? But here's where the questions begin. Why the palm? Why does one of the world's most powerful companies want to tie your internal anatomy to your purchases? The answer, of course, is data. Biometric data, especially biometric payment data, is among the most valuable behavioral data a company can collect. When your palm is linked to your identity, payment history, shopping patterns, location, and time of day, Amazon doesn't just know what you buy. They know who you are when you buy it. And that kind of precision is the holy grail of predictive commerce. But it's not just Amazon. Other companies are watching and following. Palm vein recognition is now being explored in airports, stadiums, schools, and government buildings. In Japan, palm scanning is being used to replace ID cards for commuters. In India, some Aadhaar-linked systems are testing palm biometrics as an alternative to fingerprint authentication. Even in the US, companies like Red Rocks Amphitheater and Panera Bread have begun rolling out palm-based entry and payment systems. And the marketing is always the same. No phone, no card, no problem. Just raise your hand. But this vision of convenience hides a critical danger. When your body becomes your ID, you can't leave it behind. If your password is hacked, you change it. If your palm scan leaks, what then? Vein patterns are permanent. There's no reset button on your hand. Amazon insists your palm data is secure, stored in encrypted form in the cloud, not on the device. But cybersecurity experts warn that no system is unhackable. In fact, biometric data is often more vulnerable than you think. Once compromised, biometric data can't be revoked. It's a lifetime liability. And what happens if you're wrongly flagged by the system? If your palm scan fails at the register, you're just delayed. But if it's linked to security access, bank authorization, or law enforcement databases, you could be locked out of buildings, denied access to funds, or even misidentified in criminal investigations. These are not far-off hypotheticals. They're happening now in systems that rely on facial and fingerprint scans. Let's not forget the pattern of Amazon's surveillance ambitions. This is the same company that sold Recognition, its facial recognition software, to police departments across the US before facing backlash for its use in racial profiling and surveillance of protesters. It's the same company that owns Ring, the smart doorbell system now integrated with law enforcement networks in over 2,000 American cities. So when Amazon tells you to trust them with your biometric signature, the question isn't whether they'll monetize it. The question is how far they'll go. Here's a scenario worth considering. Imagine your palm scan is required not just for purchases, but for everything. Checking into hospitals, accessing your apartment, logging into your devices. This isn't science fiction. These integrations are already being tested in corporate campuses and high-security facilities. Now imagine a data breach, or a policy change, or a government partnership. Suddenly, your ability to access basic services is tied to a system you don't control, managed by a corporation whose interests are profit, not privacy. Let's dig deeper into the language of consent. Amazon One is optional. You can still use cash or cards, for now. But optional has a way of becoming mandatory through social pressure, economic nudging, or quiet phase-outs. Just like smartphones replaced flip phones, and chip readers replaced swipe cards, biometric systems will gradually phase out analog alternatives until opting out becomes a liability. There's also the issue of scope creep. What starts with payment expands into identity verification, age restriction enforcement, building access, workplace monitoring, and even political control. Amazon has already filed patents for palm recognition turnstiles in stadiums, ticketing platforms, and delivery authentication. Your body becomes a universal passcode, usable and trackable anywhere. And here's the deeper philosophical concern. When your biology becomes your currency, you are no longer a private individual. You are a living credential, a scannable asset in someone else's infrastructure. This is not an anti-technology argument. Palm vein recognition is elegant tech. It's precise, efficient, and, under the right conditions, secure. The problem is not the tech. It's the ecosystem it's entering, one where data is hoarded, consent is coerced, and transparency is absent. Amazon One is not just about palm payments. It's a case study in how corporations are building post-human economies, where flesh, not cards, carries access rights, where your body isn't just your vessel, it's your barcode. So what should you take away from this? Biometric payment systems are spreading. Palm, face, iris, these are all being normalized as payment methods, especially under the guise of convenience. Your biometric signature is permanent. You can't change your palm vein pattern. If it's compromised or misused, the consequences follow you for life. Corporate control of anatomy. Behavioral leverage. When companies own the key to your access, they also control the conditions under which you can use it. Opt-out is disappearing. Once enough systems adopt biometric verification, the idea of saying no becomes functionally impossible. Amazon One is just one example, but it signals a shift in power from individuals to infrastructure, where privacy is not violated by force, but surrendered through convenience. We are being trained to hand over our humanity in exchange for faster checkout lines. The question is, at what cost? Because when your hand becomes your identity, the person scanning it isn't just buying groceries. They're buying the future of authentication, one palm at a time. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones, the replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans, the merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.